Hello, welcome to Mysteries of Athas, which is a second edition AD&D Dark Sun actual play stream. Our characters are in the city of Balic. They're by the beach, they're having a day at the beach, but actually they're here to raid some magic smugglers. They've all got very pure motives, I'm sure, for where they want to raid these dangerous smugglers of magic items. But yes, this is the situation. I think it's what you should see. Yeah. We have a high-scale map. Apologies if you're blind, but you can see that we've got the party is somewhat spread out as they approach this place. This is a shack, which is, I guess, a 10 by 10 shack with a yard with some goods in, which they've just seen. I think a hooded figure and some other individuals enter. And Quent, the dwarf, has used his shadow form psionics to sneak closer to find out what's happening. Does anyone want to give a broader summary of what happened last time?
My summary would be very broad, so it's probably best I don't.
You got into this situation.
We were in the mine. We started off in the mines. We were hunting the anti-bug things that probably have names.
Yeah.
Yeah. But did we crush them? I thought we'd sort of left halfway for a breather.
Yeah, I mean we killed a few and then we left, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
we left to get more hirelings and stuff, basically.
Help. I think.
Yeah, we went to get more hirelings. We got some hirelings, but we decided we might as well. Act on. Was it
the smugglers?
Quintus's
for the smugglers.
tip off? Yeah.
Yeah.
And one of them almost got robbed by a giant and a busker.
Yeah. Yeah. I think his Adriad and Quintus, Jay and Beej's characters, were out doing the kind of some recruiting into some discussion, and but yeah, it turned out these would-be thieves weren't actually very good at their job, so they got caught doing it.
Yeah.
But were released without further charge, which I think was because Quintus didn't really want to get into a fight with the half-giant.
Yeah, we tracked down these smugglers to the meet that we've been told about, and now we're creeping up on them with the view to dispensing some summary justice.
Yeah.
That's my impression, anyway.
Yeah. I think that's what Quintus... I think Ashur has said he just wants to, help uphold the law. That's the kind of guy he
that's
is.
Exactly it. I just want to feel, good about myself and obey all of the laws.
And we all believed him. No.
Yeah.
I want to be seen obeying all of the laws.
Yeah. Hey, Quintus has never caught anyone here actually casting magic. He's just wondered what on earth they were doing in the middle of a fight.
He did catch me pickpocketing people, but failing to.
No, he hasn't caught you do that, I don't think. And he didn't catch you casting magic.
I'm sure I tried to pickpocket someone at one of the market stalls or something, and he caught me. But shrug.
Yeah.
I could just be.
Oh, wasn't that the watermelon place, the cabbage place, or whatever? Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, we have Andrew's playing Ashur, the half-elf bard preserver. Tom is playing Quent, who is a dwarf gladiator. Joe's playing Adriad, who is a human. He's an aristocrat, but he dabbles a bit in preserver magic. Quintus is played by Beej. He's a priest of the sorcerer king Androponus, and we should have Simon joining us, who has the Thri-Kreen Gola, who's also a gladiator. Okay, great. Tom, you can see before you. Quent can see before him. They're a fairly simple hut or shack, I guess. Not tiny, it's 100 square feet or something. It's not bad, but with one entrance facing outwards, and you can see this yard over to the right-hand side on the map, to the east-southeast. In reality, which has a gate. There's goods in this yard. This is obviously some sort of, you'd think of it as a small trader or something.
Okay.
Obviously, with a longshore. This is a more neglected part of the longshore. This isn't the busiest part, but obviously some kind of trader or something.
There's this
boxes.
Where am I? Where am I? Sorry.
You are just north of the. I've just pinged it. Just north of it. Can you see that?
Ping it again.
That's
Can you see that?
Okay, no, I didn't. Okay, give me a quadrant. Like I see this guy like standing near.
it's like an off shade of yellow against an off shade of sand.
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't got the color vision either. So, okay,
Yeah.
give me a quadrant.
Tom, the real problem here is not my bad map making, but your eyesight.
Exactly. Yeah. Top
Okay,
left,
so
top right.
It is
bottom
if
left,
you
bottom
divide
right.
it to right hand center. Call it right hand center.
Okay.
Imagine
No,
there's
I
six
see it.
buildings, right
There's like a long building. There's a bit of it blacked out, and I'm there. Sorry. Yeah. Got it.
Yeah, the bit that's not blacked out is the yard. You can just
Got it,
see.
got it.
There's like there's a wall about your height, so you'll just look. You can more or less just as you come down the hill onto the beach, you saw. Okay, there's some crates in there. There's some boxes. It's all a bit kind of hubbity jubbity. It's not particularly organised or anything, but yeah, and you can see the small house or hut or whatever attached to it, into which a couple of people have just gone.
Oh.
You saw 3 Bravos, kind of just looking like the kind of guy you either might get mugged by or occasionally hire as security, accompanying a cloaked figure who knocked on the door and entered. You're a long way away. You didn't catch the knock, but like they knocked on the door, entered.
Okay. I think shadow form lasts a fair amount of time. Like I might report what I've seen to them. But how many of them in total do I see at the moment?
You don't see in terms of who's entered. You saw 4 people enter.
Okay. So I can't like see through a window into there.
No, it is wooden slats. You can. I mean, if you want to listen, you can try to hear noise.
Yeah, I'll try
So,
listening.
That is fine. D100 for hear noise. It is the equivalent of a first level thief of your race. That's the way that works. So D100.
And I roll it, not you. Yeah.
Yeah. For hear noise, yeah, you roll it. I think. Yeah.
A 4.
A 4. That's going to be a success, isn't it?
I would. Assume so.
Unless it turns out, unless a dwarf's racial.
Yeah,
thing is
unless
like 1%.
he's a deaf dwarf.
Yeah, man, that's unfortunate. Base hear noise is 15% at first level. So yeah, and there's no modifiers. So yeah, you can hear. So obviously, it's you're still listening through wood, and it's kind of fairly close fitting slats. It's not like you're kind of listening on an NSA bug like in Enemy of the State, starring Gene's what's his name, Tommy Lee Jones, and Gene Hackman and Will Smith. But you can hear enough, and you can hear there's a discussion about. Basically where the exchange is going to happen. There's some discussion about, they seem to have got past the pleasantries. You obviously weren't following right behind them. They got past the immediate pleasantries, and they are kind of seem to be talking about making their way to an exchange, waiting till nightfall. Because remember, this is just before nightfall, and you're told the drop or exchange would happen just after. So it seems like another, one person is saying to another person, "Yeah, we'll go there when it's dark."
Okay.
And the first person with a slightly unusual accent, like a northern Tyrian accent. No, it's not a local accent. Speaking with a tone of authority, it says, it's like saying, "Why can't we go there now? Why don't you just have the goods here?" And the second voice is sort of in a wheedling, very courteous tone. You're reminded of Nassir somehow, but wheedling and courteous tone. He's like, just it's safer. We want to make sure that your goods are secure and that there's no problem with you getting them. We don't want to attract any unwanted attention. All the kinds of things you'd expect the seller to say in this situation.
Okay. I'm gonna go report that back. Did they say the location they were gonna go?
No, he said it was nearby. He said like it's just by us. He says.
Okay. I'm gonna go back to the party then. I should still be in shadows. I think it lasts for a little while.
Yep.
And tell them this. And
I think it's sustainable. So yeah.
Yeah. And I essentially am going to suggest that we wait for them to head to the drop or whatever and follow them. And try and get the drop on them that way, just because I feel like if we attack them now, we might stop them, but we're not going to get the goods, almost certainly, and 2, they might be meeting up with somebody else.
Yeah.
So, what do people think?
I have a vague hunch on what a good drop point could be, but it's really more of an intrusive thought than a good idea, so I don't know if you should act on it.
What are you thinking?
I mean, if I was on this map making a drop, I'd hide it in the well bucket, chuck it down the well. But I'd say that doesn't mean I'm right at all. It's just an intrusive thought. We're probably better off just waiting.
Not a bad shout.
I mean, I want to go and check. Yeah. You don't need me in the front lines. Next to all of the violence and danger.
Ashur says, they're definitely going to drop it here. I'll see you guys later if you survive, and then leaves.
I know that sounds bad. Yeah, I think I'm right, but I can't find a less suspicious way of saying that, so maybe I'll just stay with you for now.
Okay. Okay, let's go. Adriad, what does Adriad... Let's just go around the table. Give your thoughts what you're going to do. Because if you've got like 20 minutes or half an hour, you've got a couple of turns in game, so you might as well say what you want to do. Adriad.
I don't know if I've got anything to do right now.
As in, what? Do you have any ideas? What's your...
If I can sustain shadow form, I think it's like 3 points.
Shadow form is 3 rounds. 3 rounds. That's 3 a minute. Remember?
A minute. Okay. Well then, how quickly do I recover those points? Sorry, the side rules.
No. It's that I like them. Controversially, I get into trouble with it for it, but not everyone does. So, you recover them while sitting, reading, resting. You'll get 1 a turn, 6 an hour. So you get, say, if you dropped it, you'd get 3 back.
Okay, I'll do that then, so that then I can like turn it on again nearer the time that we're going to have to creep up on them. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I agree with. We reckon the bottom left is where this drop is going to be, right? Is that what we're saying?
I was saying top left, the well.
Oh yeah, okay.
Bottom left thing is. I mean, that just looks like a suspiciously blacked out building. So
that's the inn.
That's the inn. Yeah.
That's the inn. Okay.
Yeah.
That might be a not great place to try and hide something, given all of the people. But I don't know.
Yeah.
I need to stop saying things because it's going to be less embarrassing when I'm along that way.
I still think we should keep an eye on them and follow them. Sorry, I kind of cut you off, Adriad. That was.
No. I mean, that's actually. I'd be more inclined to go with that. I think it's a good shout about the well. I don't know if we're being too meta.
I just know that's where I would make a corvette drop.
If this was a level on thief, that's where it'd be.
No, it's like this very spy thing, you know. You drop your orders in like the rubbish bin, or like you're sellotaping onto the inside of the mailbox or something.
Well, you may well be right.
I agree.
mean, how far can we see? How dark is it?
It's kind of very late evening rather than nighttime, so you can probably see. Though there's probably now the light is behind you, setting in the west. So I guess as you're looking east, it's darker where Quintus and the shield bearer are. Okay. Quintus is just sitting over there and like, I wonder what's happening.
Okay. Well, my suggestion would be, because they said they're going to go there when it's dark, so that presumably they'll have some kind of light source when they leave the place. They were humans when they went in there, right? I think at least some of them were human.
But when they come back out,
The ones you could see were humans, yeah?
Yeah, maybe they're not humans when they come out, but I think when they come out, they will have some light source, and so if we keep ourselves ready, we can follow them, and then I could try and close follow them in shadow form because they won't be able to see me
Yep.
unless they have true sight, in which case we're fucked.
But why would
Sorry,
they have
probably shouldn't
that?
swear on stream.
Adriad's just like, wait a second, do you think they've got true sight? Yeah. It's it's the kind of DM horror stories where you hear that, like, oh yeah, we went to do this plan, we had all this plan, and our 4th level party got like ambushed by 18 dragons, and they all had, yeah, they all had teleports and true sights and stuff, and you're like, okay, good game.
they'll weighted against us.
Yeah, yes. I prefer it to feel completely fair when you have a TPK.
Again,
Yeah. Again, yeah, we've had one.
Well, we had a
1.5 TPKs.
yeah.
Yeah, technically you had like a 2/3 party kill or something.
Yeah,
at
yeah.
point,
A PPK, a partial
And
party
Stiv-
kill.
And Stiv was also knocked out. Yeah, it was, and Stiv was also knocked out, so he was lucky that Kent could come back to get him. But yeah, man, Benvo was so close to pulling off possibly the best kill of more or less any campaign ever.
Mm,
If he could learn to roll higher than 4.
no, I wouldn't count on it.
I wouldn't. I haven't played with Jay a long time.
Yeah. 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 So, okay, then you're just chilling for a while.
Yeah, I think so. Like, if we can easily see where they're going to go, I think we can easily follow, no matter which direction they go to. And at least if we're at some distance, if they start coming straight towards us, we've got a bit of time to, scatter.
how long would it take to walk
Yeah.
to the well? Not like 20 minutes, right?
No.
Well, no, if you think that's like 50 feet away, a minute, yeah.
Maybe
Feel
we
like-
could like put ourselves amongst the buildings just so we're not incredibly
I just
obvious.
kind of feel like, now that I've said it, if I'm right and they get there first, then I'm going to be kicking myself.
Oh, so you want to just go and look in the well and see if there's anything there? Yeah, I'm that.
Yeah, just check the well book.
Yeah,
along the
yeah,
way.
that's. I agree. Let's do that. Yeah, if we've got time.
Yeah, I'm happy to bring
okay,
a chaperone if
yeah.
people don't trust me.
Yeah, I'll come as well. But if somebody could keep an eye on
Yeah.
the
People don't trust
thing,
it.
just in case they start moving.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not saying
Yeah,
I'm
I
a
guess
spy or
Adriad
smuggler,
did.
but if I was,
I mean, yeah, I guess Adriad and Jaitamar can stay there. And Nassir, technically Gola, assuming Simon does make it to us, Gola will just join you, I guess, as well. I think, he wasn't able to make last time, but, 1 second. Great. And, yeah, so you go over and look in the well bucket. Adriad, you're on watch. Nassir is talking about something called Pathfinder. It's very confusing. He's talking about a game he likes to play with other traders. Be useful if I could see my own key. Sure, feels like a problem that I put something down where I can't see my key. Okay, so yeah, you look into it. It looks like a well. I mean, it's hard to tell with the light, obviously having dropped away so much, exactly how deep it is. But it's probably 25 or 30 feet down. You can just see occasionally sunlight glinting on the bottom, and yeah. The bucket, you can pull the bucket up certainly if you want to.
yeah.
It may be the dragon. It may be the dragon of Tyr. I just want to warn you before you do this. You pull up the bucket, Kent and Ashur. It is merely a bucket. It's made of wood. It's actually it's on a rope. There's no metal in the construction of this well. It is like this stone, and then the bucket hanging on a kind of on a winch on the side, or like not a winch even, like just like a tie is on a rope.
Nothing like
The
jammed into the bricks in the inside of the rim of the well, or
yeah, you can inspect that. It doesn't look like it. You probably you can get your dagger out and poke. Doesn't immediately look like it. It's not an amazing repair, but it's not terribly in terrible shape. The water looks clear. It doesn't look. As far as this goes, it's not obviously not a deep well here. As in the bucket is not like completely kind of. It doesn't just sit underwater plainly. It's you've kind of shaken it about. You've got it mostly full. But the water itself looks clear. And
Okay.
smells clean.
Final try before I admit that I might not be correct. If I'd light a torch and just drop it into the well, just to try and get a better look. Obviously, it's going to go out when it hits the water, but
Yeah. No, that's no, perfectly reasonable. You what you do see is it will go out once it hits the bottom. There's not like a cube of force at the bottom waiting to bounce it. But as it drops down, you don't see anything special. Nothing apart from, and this won't surprise you necessarily, but you can. It does look like there are cavities, as in what I mean is, it doesn't just reflect off stone and brick at the bottom. There are dark spaces as it's dropping. That it briefly highlights. So it's not just the head of an aquifer is what you draw from that, I think. Adriad, meanwhile, you and Quintus, I'm just looking at the angle. Yeah, I'll give you that. You and Quintus will both see just because you are looking for it, a very dim, or rather shaded, hooded light bounce into the yard. So you just see kind of just the tiniest glimpse of some light heading east into the yard. That's Quintus and Adriad. Obviously, you need to act separately because you're not together.
Heading east into the yard.
Into the yard, yeah.
Could you please signal the yard on this map for some of us?
Here.
That is that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Was that both Tom and I have yellow? I have olive and he has yellow. I think you can change the colours on this. I think that might be needful. What is the most contrasting? Green. I'm green.
Okay, I will pick a slightly different shade of green.
Easier,
No, I can see it. It's fine.
Yeah.
I thought it was that, but
yeah,
I'm already several times wrong. So
Everyone, pick a shade of ochre, quick.
I can just give it a hex value.
Yeah.
Obviously, I'm going pure black.
You can, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Alex in the chat is wondering what happened to the other player who's regularly on. There's a guy called Alex in the chat. He's wondering what happened to the other normal player.
We fired him.
Yeah.
He's dead.
He's not actually very good.
Yeah. Yeah. Most of the worst ideas are his. Yeah, great. I'm currently just getting loads of ping. Having flicked the YouTube, I'm seeing everyone ping now on the Roll20 from about 30 seconds ago. Great. Yeah. Great. Go. So Adriad and Quintus. Now you know where you've seen it. This is on your last turn of exploration at Ashur and Quent. Like you've taken 3 turns of exploration there or whatever.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's now quite dark. Which would have helped your torch trick, by the way, Ashur. It would have helped you, not hindered you for that. But yeah. Okay, first, Adriad, you have Jaitamar and Nassir, and possibly Gola with you.
I'm just going to give I don't know if we ever agreed on any signal or anything, but I'm going to try and give a little sort of thing. In the hopes that it might...
shall I roll hearing
No,
noises
it's
again?
Yeah, go for it. Yeah. Adriad, a very burly mule passes you as you do this, and you hurriedly turn around and stare at Jaitamar.
That might.
Yeah.
19 might do it if 15% is base on level 3.
No, it doesn't up, but yeah, you'll hear some sort of noise to the southeast, you two. You're not sure what it is, but there's some sort of noise off to the southeast.
I think as we were waiting for
Quintus.
it, I feel reasonable in saying that we would act on that by returning to where we were.
Quintus, what about you? You and the shield bearer.
We don't do anything. It's only one person, so I'm just going to observe, see where they go.
So, yeah, as you watch, you can see that there are a couple of figures coming out after the light, as far as you can tell. It's dark now, so it is full dark, so it's hard to see except by a bit of what's in the sky. The two moons of Athas, probably one is in the sky at the moment. They're not as big and bright as our moon. So, yeah. And okay, as Adriad does that, Kent and Ashur turn round. Yeah, you see the light get to about here, Quintus. Adriad, I think you'll probably see the same. Just think about the angle because you are looking that way. And then shortly afterwards, there's this is probably easier for Quintus to see just because of where you are. Like as in what you'll see is that there's the figures who seem to be with the light stop, and then shortly afterwards the light disappears.
We need to see what's going on over there.
Seems like that would be a tunnel or something.
Yeah, I sort of suspected that, I think, originally, but that it would be inside the building.
If it's a tunnel leading to the well, then I'm counting it.
Oh, they're there. Yeah. If in any sense it could plausibly connect to the well, no matter how long it takes you to get round, including using dynamite, it counts.
I am going to sneak forward with my high stealth ability and go up to the low wall
Great.
of the yard.
Yep. That's fine. Feel free to move your guide. Do you want the shield bearer to come with you?
Yeah, I'm sure we're both about as equally stealthy as each other, so what could go wrong?
Yep. I guess you grab your gear, which I'm kind of assuming was just like under a blanket or something. Grab a couple of bits of equipment. And come up. Yeah. What about the other group? I mean, Adriad, you were obviously calling people forward. Are you moving? Is that the plan?
I think I will, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I would suggest. Obviously, I'm not the sneakiest chap around, but I think we need to get closer and see what's going on.
Yeah. Ashur and Nassir are your two thief-likes here, so but no one else is sneaky. So
we could maybe
options.
maybe we non-sneakies could get like just to the edge, like maybe 30 feet away from this place or something. Like maybe
I could always sneak
back.
closer.
Yeah, exactly. We could just be a bit further back, and then you sneakies can sneak closer.
There was a 25% chance that I could sneak closer. Or possibly a 30% chance.
Okay, I'll roll that if you want.
Is it hide or move silently? I want.
Move silently
is
move silently is
30%.
movement.
Okay.
Hence why it has move. I will roll that for you then. I'll roll that.
Okay.
Yep. Cool. I mean, yeah, you can move closer if you want.
Yeah. I'm going to regret this later, but I guess I'm going to just sidle up to the side. Poke me head in.
Yeah, the wall is like 4 foot-ish high or something.
That's not a gate, is it? The gate's over there.
The gate is, yeah, you can climb it if you want, but...
Actually, to be honest, I probably can climb it, yeah. Climb it, why not?
It's 4 foot tall. It's 4 foot tall. As in you just kind of push yourself over it. You're,
I don't actually
you're
need to
like
make a climb
5 foot
check.
something.
Okay.
No, it's not. It's not over 10 feet. Or whatever it is. I think it's like, if it's probably more than 8 feet or something, or more than 10 feet.
Okay.
I'm more than your pull, like more than most people who just like pull themselves up. Obviously different for dwarves and halflings. So, yeah. You can just pull yourself into the yard. I guess the other two of you that are up by the wall, Shieldbearer and Quintus, you will see. You'll see Ashur drop into the yard. So move yourself in if you want to.
Okay.
Andrew. So you can look at, as I said, there's a slightly ragged collection of boxes, crates, whatever, things stacked. It's it doesn't look very upmarket or anything. It doesn't it's not like a packed warehouse yard ready to ship out across the United States of America. But it's there's some stuff here. None of it looking incredibly impressive. It's just wooden crates.
Nothing violent?
You don't see anything moving at this point.
I guess I'm going to poke some of the crates, see if I can see anything hidden in them or under them. If nothing immediately leaps out, then yeah.
I'm going to go to the middle of the yard and look around where I saw the light disappear.
Yeah. You could, if you both want to make a secret doors check, then if you're looking for a secret exit or something. If it depends if you're saying you want to search the boxes, that's a different thing, obviously. But if you're poking that for,
I want to see. I want to just move boxes out of the way in that vicinity.
Yeah.
Like, is there something underneath them?
I don't know what a secret doors check is.
It's a D6. Usually it's 1 and 6 for elves and half-elves. It's better. Yeah. No. So yeah, that's fine. You can just move stuff around if you want. Yeah. I was going to say, for future reference, half-elves have if they pass by a concealed door, they have an automatic 1 in 6 chance of spotting it. If they're seeking hidden doors, they have a 1 in 3 chance of spotting a secret door and a 1 in 2 chance of finding a concealed door. So yeah.
Did not write that down.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure if that's the same for darks and half-elves. Actually, I should say that.
I didn't see it in there, but that doesn't look there.
Either way, everyone would still have a 1 in 6 chance on a search, so it's not like you still have that chance.
Yeah.
Even if your race doesn't help you. So you start pushing stuff around. I mean, some of the boxes seem empty. They're pretty light. Some kind of just have some stuff in them. I guess Quintus, as you do it, probably you'll move stuff around, and eventually you'll find there is a group of boxes which are just quite heavy, as in they are probably quite tough for one person to move. But roughly where you were kind of looking, you can find some of these boxes seem quite heavy. Most of the rest that you've moved and that Ashur has poked or pushed are quite light.
I'm just going to say core in a very sort of flat tone for the party to hear.
All right, I'll come up then.
We did not establish a signal.
Yeah.
Are the tops of these boxes? Are the tops loose? Like, can they just be pulled up easily, or are they tacked down?
They're tacked down. They're nailed in. They're not like locked. They're just nailed in. So if someone has a crowbar or, I guess, a sword, actually, you can use a sword for the same purpose.
Oh, this is weird. They made a swift exit. They were there and then they disappeared.
Yeah.
It would have to be some quick thing.
Yeah, it can't have been. I mean, how would they have resealed them? There must be something else.
Yeah.
I mean, if it was a door or something, like a trap door, there'd be hinges or something. And they wouldn't have put you back on after themselves.
So heavy.
Hmm.
Do you want to check it for hinges?
I'm just looking at my equipment.
I've got thieves' picks, but I've not got a crowbar or anything.
My sword is. I have an obsidian sword. I don't want to use that to pry anything open. Just snap it right in two.
I mean, I could probably immediately snap one of my bone knives by trying to wedge it in the thing, but even that's not really ideal. Crowbar would be nice, but I'm not made of money.
What's our shield bearer have? What is he walking around with?
I think he's equipped per light infantryman, so he'll have probably bone javelins, bone short sword, big shield rather than small shield. I think he's got, and then possibly something else as well. I need to double check. So yeah.
I'm just going to wait for the shield bearer to patch a sword shard if nobody has the crowbar.
Yeah.
and then immediately hand it to Quintus.
um, yep, I mean he can pass over a short sword. So yeah, Quintus, you have a short sword if you want to start pulling stuff.
I'll try to wedge it into the crate top and pop it open.
Yep. Yep, you pop one open. Inside there's some dusty cloth. The wood itself is not incredibly, like, it's a little bit brittle. You know, some of it cracks and pops. The cloth is a bit dusty. There's sand that's got in.
Is that the only one of these heavy crates around?
No, there's a few. I was just describing. You picked one, so
Yeah.
that's what happened.
I'm not going to be subtle here. I'm just going to take a knife and just slice through the cloth to see if I can find anything underneath. I'm not going to try and unpack the thing.
Yeah, this goes down. Yeah, this seems to just go down to the bottom of this crate. Like, there's quite a lot of cloth in here, but it seems to go to the bottom.
This may be a dud.
Yeah, or a decoy or something. And we've checked on the ground, right, under these crates.
Well, these crates were too heavy for one person to move. You can move them if you want.
Yeah, maybe we just try shifting them, guys, just because if they did disappear down a door, I mean, it might be slightly surprising if they got a crate
I don't see
back
how they'd
over
seal
the
it
door.
after them by pushing it. I don't know.
Yeah. How would they put it back? Magnets?
What are those?
That's always the answer. Magnets, somehow.
Yeah.
Alright. Let's, who else?
Yeah, you do that, and eventually, well, I guess any of you can do it.
I don't know. Adriad, help them.
Yeah, I mean, Kent will
do.
help.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I mean the shield bearer will help, whatever. Jaitamar's quite strong. But yeah, I mean you basically just move a couple, and then you come to one that doesn't move. As in, you kind of just try to lift it, and it doesn't move.
Okay, this one bears further inspection.
Yeah.
Do we see any hinges? Anything underneath?
Adriad, were you going to say something?
No.
Just heavy breathing.
Getting to an exciting part.
Yeah. So as you inspect it, the wood goes down into the bedrock.
Seems suspicious.
Okay. So, can we open the top of this?
Have a box like this, Andrew. Why is this? You're gonna get a sword in, I guess. That's what you mean, like.
Well, I mean, I was gonna look if there's any hinges or something, like if there's, because I mean, I assume they don't pop a sword in every single time, but.
Yeah, you don't see any hinges. It looks like a nailed down box top.
Okay. Well, yeah. Let's try prizing it open then.
Yep. Yeah, you you pop it open.
And
As I assume this is Kent is popping it open.
Yeah.
You inspecting it?
Very carefully, yeah. Just gonna peek over the edge.
Yep. So you are looking down. You can see by a faint bit of green moonlight down below. You can see what looks like a sandy bottom. There is a ladder heading down into a cave of some kind.
Hold it.
So, what do we think, guys? Do we wait here and hope they come back out the same way? Or do we go after them?
That would be on their turf.
If we went down after them, yeah.
No escape route, though, if we go down after... Well, fewer escape routes if we go down after them.
Well, we don't know. We don't know where that goes. Okay. I will. In that case, I'll use my shadow form and I'll go down and look.
Okay.
And can you guys basically be ready to like? I will, if it's safe, I will make a signal. I'll like do a whistle or something.
Mm-hmm.
And if
It'll be the one from Hunger Games.
yeah, and if I'm expecting, like, if I don't see another way out, then I think we wait and ambush them here. So I'll just come back and tell you. But you know, if I'm running away, I'll just yell or something. You'll.
Yep. Yeah.
Actually, no. Tell you what,
It'll
a
be really
whistle.
obvious, you know.
A whistle means come down. Two whistles means I'm running away. Get ready to fight them.
What does a scream mean?
That you're too late.
Everything's fine.
All right. A scream means
I'm
seal
fine.
the
This is
entrance
fine. I'm
and
fine.
disperse.
Yeah. Don't come back. Yeah. Go back to the Antloids. It's safer.
All right.
Yeah.
Kent's going for it.
Okay. Spend your 12 in that case and make your power check.
Oh yeah, power check.
Pardon me.
So I think that's a success.
I assume your power score is probably better than 10, but I don't know.
It is, yeah.
Shadow
It's like
form is-
con -4.
Con -6.
Con
-6.
Con
Con
minus 6, yeah. So
6.
10 is still under 12, so that's fine.
Yeah, right. No, that's fine. Yep, you poof, you kind of step back, you poof, and then you're going to climb the ladder. You're going to jump down. I don't know. What are you doing?
I will. I'll climb down the ladder and try and be reasonably quiet.
Yeah. Yep, you climb down the ladder, as in it is shadowed enough that you can, which
Yeah.
is a relevant point for the rule. Yes, at the bottom, you look round, I do have a map, but we'll stay on this one for a moment, just because everyone else is on this map. You can see two things, two sets of important things. The first set is this is a crossroad cavern. There are 3 passages with good clearance. One lower one is going to the north, and then there are fairly good clearance ones to the south and to the east. The second thing you see is that in nooks back which have been hollowed out at the top, there are 2 guards watching the entrance. They don't see you because they don't have life detection, obviously, and you're in shadow form. But their bows are trained on the entrance.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
They're humans. They are, they look like mercenary or bodyguard kind of soldiers or whatever. They're not from a particular bodyguard mercenary regiment. I don't mean that. I just mean like they're the kind of guys you could hire to look after you, protect
Okay.
you, or whatever.
In that case, how long did it take me to get down the ladder?
I mean, 10-foot climb. So
Oh, okay.
less than a minute.
In that case, I'm just going to climb straight back up the ladder, tell the guys what I've seen quietly. Then my plan is to go back down the ladder, get... are the guards reachable? Are they at ground level?
Yeah, they're at ground level. Yeah.
Okay. Then I'm going to do my best to get behind one of them. I'm going to attack him. That will hopefully draw the other one's attention. And at that point, you guys come down because you won't then have 2 bows trained on the entrance. Does that sound like a reasonable plan?
It sounds like a risky plan for you, but if you're willing to take that risk.
I think if you're only a round away, I think I'll probably survive these guys. Particularly
Okay,
if I
fair
get in
enough.
close with a round of surprise and the guy's got a bow. I don't think he's gonna do me too much harm.
I did not remember. Did we get a count when any of us saw them moving around into the place or in the yard?
We
Did
saw
have
4
a
people go
estimate?
in, and then I think we heard another voice in the shack. So I think there's 4 or 5 other people, but
Yeah.
they're presumably a bit further away.
Okay.
Okay.
We
Yeah.
outnumber them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let us form up on the ladder then.
Yeah, just what directly in line with the bow sight. Is that your idea, Adriad? You're gonna just stand above the entrance, staring at the bowman.
I mean, if we just... I mean, you said the
Basically.
ladder was, what, 10 feet?
Yeah.
I mean, that's not that painful a drop.
It is at the
Right.
threshold. You'll have to roll for it, though, right?
I don't know the rules.
Yeah, you can more to the point. Ashur and Nassir could climb down the other walls with climb surfaces if you wanted.
Yeah, if we could just bum rush them, that'd
If
be
your climb
great.
surface is good.
Yeah.
Okay, everyone ready?
Yep.
Uh,
Okay, so what should we think about order of battle here in terms of, because obviously that was what Adriad was saying about, like, get ready for the things. Who's going where on this one?
I can say with
I mean,
pretty good confidence that I'll be bringing up the rear.
mm,
so Adriad at the back. I mean, yeah. Quent, we're assuming, is down there. So that's
Yeah, I'll be creeping up behind one of the archers.
I guess by default that puts me
Ashur?
going down. I guess I'm going down at the same time. If we put Quintus maybe in first and me going down the opposite wall at the same time as Quintus.
Yeah.
But,
And I guess
Yeah,
Nassir
how
doing the
wide
same.
is the corridor?
I don't know. I don't know what Nassir is. It's so at this point it's probably like 8 foot wide. Like it's a long box that you've pulled open. So you could probably get 2 in. It might be hard to get a third person squeezing.
So the shield bearer will go in front of me with the shield up, and I'll go right behind him. So we're basically going like in tandem together.
As
do
you're
have.
assuming that he's kind of swinging himself down with the shadow, with the shield in one hand below him. That's about the only way I can imagine that working. Is that
Well,
what
I mean, he might not be able to get his shield up till he gets to the bottom, but hopefully the bowman won't notice him till at least he gets standing and can bring it
Yeah.
up. But I guess we'll
Yeah.
see.
I guess Jaitamar is obviously on very low health, so Jaitamar is probably like, he's just going to stay up here until, like, he's happy. If you think there are Cyric enemies, he'll pop up Intellect Fortress, which is what he's here for.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, he's not like going to jump down into a hole at this
Okay.
point until it's clear. Okay, and I guess is Nassir waiting till there's space? I guess he could literally go behind Ashur almost, just to signal the cue. Okay. Let's see. So I need to probably, annoyingly, I haven't got true squares on the map we're going to be on, alas, because obviously the export, something went funny with the export. So yeah, can you see that? As in, rather, can you see nothing? Presumably,
I can see nothing. Yeah, I see black. See blackness.
I can see the whole thing.
black. To quote Tony Nice Painter. Yeah. Yeah. There we go. Can you see that room?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay. That's right.
I think there's.
In case it becomes relevant, I do have Nassir's character sheet open now if we need his skills.
Cool.
He got up one was saying earlier he didn't have it, so.
What were you going to say, Jay? Were you going to say something there?
Yeah,
sorry, the squares aren't true for that because this export.
Yeah.
You may be aware anyway. I
Is that what you're
think.
thinking?
No, I was going to say, I think if you shift and then ping, it drags everyone's focus over to that area, which can be helpful sometimes.
Yeah. No. Shift ping, great.
I think so, if I remember correctly.
It used to work. No idea if it still does.
So yeah, you can see this opening out, and that these guys just back in nooks. Quent is already down there. At this point, you'll have spent 15 or something, I guess,
Yeah.
of your whatever your PSPs are.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So, and the signal
I think
is
I've got
because
a
you can
couple more
obviously
rounds.
regardless, how initiative works. Obviously, you can say I want to do this after someone, as long as you declare it beforehand. So I'm assuming that's fine. In which case, what does it say? Yeah, he cannot harm anyone physically or manipulate any corporeal object, but he can still use sonic powers. So basically, you can. What you're going to do, Tom, just describe the mechanics, is you're going to choose not to maintain the power and then stab the guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
It? Yeah.
So I'm going to stand, get myself standing right behind him, basically.
Yeah. Yeah. No, you because of I'm going to give you surprise there, so you'll functionally have a +4 to your attack as you appear. They're not surprised by the idea of like anyone up above. They are surprised by you being there, so you get your attack, and then everyone else can roll initiative. Well, rather, someone else can roll initiative for the party. So make your attack.
Okay. I rolled a 16, so and I've got +4 from surprise, I guess, and then plus I think 3 from my general bonuses.
Sacco, yeah, if you like 17. So yeah, is that with a rhythm stick, a singing stick?
Singing stick, yep. Hitting him with my rhythm stick, yep.
Yep. No, yeah, you hit him. Hit him good and proper.
Yep. Okay. So then damage is d6 +2.
Oh.
Rolled a 5, so 7 damage.
Yep. Yeah, you just smash him in the face and he crunches down. Okay, Beej, you are top of the order and roll 20. Do you want to roll a d10 for everyone else? And I'll roll a d10 for this guy's initiative. I roll a 7.
Nice one.
You roll a 3. Yeah, you are rapid in that case. So, in that case, Ashur, do you want to make a climb surfaces check?
Okay, am I rolling this, am I? Sure. Well, I guess I'll find out if it passes or fails anyway, so...
You know if you fall off, yeah. You know if you fall off, don't worry.
In any case, my skill's 70 and I rolled a 25, so I'm good.
Yep, that's a success. So I'm just wait. There we go. So
is that an action, by the way, or is that just a move climbing down?
I guess it's a thief skill, so you'd normally count it as an action.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just asking if I could get a psionic power at the same time, but that's fine if I can't.
So no, psionic powers. I guess you usually start them as an action, but maintain them as free, don't you?
Yeah. Okay.
I think is the way we play it. We play it not that you know, but Beej will know the way we play it in another game. So yeah, you two get to the bottom. The shield bearer will already have had a shield slung, so can spend his action at the bottom, putting his shield up, and I guess I will. Adriad and Quintus is climbing. Adriad is queued up. So is Nassir. Does that make sense? I'm putting Nassir and Adriad just outside, so it's clear. Mm-hmm. They're not inside. And I need Quintus. Where's Quintus? Oh, I have not added him to the right folder. There we go. Let's get Quintus. There we go. I will. Let me just add names. Okay, so I should say it's worth. I should have said this before, so I won't penalise you for not having said it. But obviously, you can declare an action from the top as well. You can say you want to climb down, and you can say you want to do something else, unless it is an action that you're doing. So if Quintus or Adriad had something they wanted to do, they are allowed to.
Oh, I was just gonna rush him.
Yeah, I was going to say you will be gummed up this turn due to the fact that you're climbing down, and you're having to climb down behind the other person. But yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to cast a spell at this point,
so
I will leave it.
No, that's fine. And Ashur used his action to climb surface. And what about you, Adriad? Any extra action?
No, not for the moment. Especially if I'm still waiting to get down the ladder.
You're still up. Yeah, you will be down next turn, so you can have an action next turn if you want.
Yeah. Cool.
Okay. Okay. So in that case, this guy can fire. I guess he. Both you down. I guess he'll fire at the shield bearer because I think probably the shield bearer realistically is just in front of you, isn't he? Ashur.
Ideally.
And he's going to miss. And then I guess he'll have a second shot because he hasn't moved. Yeah. This is a continuation of what is my antloids last time. I ended up after initially like doing one massive hit, just did nothing else because I was rolling like 4. Great.
I mean, you could just due to our superior skills.
Yeah, because you're so good at this that I just can no longer hit you. In game, it's because the shield bearer has his shield up and has got himself into a good position in front of Ashur, and the guy just cannot get on top of you. But declare actions round 2. You'll know that one of the guys is firing. I think.
I'm going to run up and hit him with my singing sticks twice.
Well, I'm going to dash in and hit him with a non-poison dagger, I guess.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah. My intention is to non-lethal strike him if I'm going to do that, because we want to ask him where the meat is being held.
Yeah, my intention wasn't that because I have a knife, so I
think you can still non-lethal with anything if you declare it.
I mean, it's not going to be lethal either way, realistically.
Oh, I see.
Knives don't do a lot of damage.
You can't do it with an arrow or a sling or a warhammer or mace, swords and axes, anything that you can turn the blade on. So I guess you can probably just use the kind of the butt of the singing stick, like a truncheon. Yeah, exactly. And your attack is -4. The damage is 50% normal. 1/2 of that is temporary. So that's how the non-lethal. So yeah, that's fine. It's not a bad idea at all. But just so you know, the penalty beforehand is you're obviously you're pulling your
that's
strike.
fine. I'm hoping with all of us doing that, we'll still have a decent chance.
You get 2 attacks on this as well. You also get 2 attacks on this,
Yeah.
Okay, Ashur. Are you non-lethally daggering, or are you lethally daggering, or what are you doing?
I mean,
knifing.
A dagger does D3 damage -1 because it's bone, so I'm assuming that even with lethal, I'm probably not going to kill the guy. So I'm just going to go for lethal and assume that he'll survive it.
Yep, Quintus.
You'll
be able to attack this turn.
Yeah, I tell him sternly to submit to Androponus' justice as I run forward and beat him in the head with my footman's mace, which I do not think can be non-lethal.
Why aren't you submitting faster?
What's the speed on that? What's the speed on that?
It's a 7.
And Adriad, you'll be able to act this round if you want, Adriad, because you can use your move to climb, and then there won't be a traffic jam, basically. This turn.
Well, I'm a bit nervous that my spells have quite high firepower. I'm gonna hold off for the moment.
Yeah.
That's fair.
So you're just gonna move, basically.
Yeah.
Your action is move. Yeah. That's fine.
Cool.
Okay,
Yes,
Adriad, it's your initiative roll. I get a 4.
D10, right?
Yep, D10. Yeah.
4.
Oh,
That's right. Yep. In that case, the singing sticks and the dagger are going to go. I think a lot of your stuff is going to go before he gets to fire, so that's going to suck for him, isn't it?
Yeah.
As in, I think he won't get the chance to fire because you'll be engaged. So in that case, yeah, feel free to move yourself in. Quent and Ashur, you're both going at 2. The shield bearer was just holding up a shield to protect Quintus climbing down.
You go first, Ashur, because if you're going to try and do full damage, you might as well try and hit him first, and I'll then try and get the non-lethal on him.
Yep. Daggers are still 2-1 in melee, right?
No, that is a rate of fire for. You just get 1 attack. Yeah.
I just get 1 attack from melee. Okay.
Yeah, that's right.
I mean, I missed anyway, so.
No. That's because you're going to be 90. Yeah, it's going to hit AC 11 at best or something like that,
Yeah.
isn't Okay, Kent, your first singing stick. This is -4 equivalent, so
Yeah. So, I guess that's 11, which would mean my Thaco is 18, so
equivalent
that would hit
rolling a
armor class 7. Yeah.
so is it as in is the adjusted result 11? Did you roll 15?
I rolled 12. I get a +3, then took the -4, and then it's
So it goes back down to 11. Yeah.
yeah. And so my Thaco's 18, so 7 AC would be what I hit.
Yeah. Just double check one thing there. Your specialization, just to remind myself about that.
Yeah, because I guess I'm getting +2 from the specialization.
You're getting +1 to specialization. Unless do gladiators get more? And then is it plus your strength as well?
Yeah.
Is that how you're getting to +3?
Actually, maybe I'm doing that wrong. I might be doing that wrong. Because I've got 14 strength, which doesn't give me a mod.
Your Thaco 17. Your Thaco 17 because you're 3rd level.
Oh.
You go 1987. 18. Sorry, your 3rd level.
Yeah.
So your Thaco 18. +1 equivalent. So Thaco 17. You rolled a 12. So that hits AC 5. -4. AC 9.
AC 9. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, that misses. So
Yeah.
you can attack him again.
Does that mean
I
X
guess.
as well? Yeah.
Yeah, because you're on a 4. He will
that is a
drop
miss.
his action and go to... yeah. Okay. He will drop his action, and I guess he can do a fighting defense, technically, which he'll be able to start doing, but you'll be able to catch him, Quintus. So he moves a third of his movement or something like that, and Quintus catches up with him. The other guys can also catch up, but Quintus, I guess, wants to go and hit him with a mace.
Yeah.
So Quintus, you want to make your attack?
No.
Great. I should have already rolled. It doesn't matter, he won't be acting, but I'll roll for Nassir climbing over the side. That will be enough because he'll start at 65. Adriad, you're safely down as well.
Cool.
Okay. Round 3.
I guess I'm just going to bin off the non-lethal and attack him.
Yeah.
He had his chance.
Yeah. As it, you yeah, I guess.
I could try something fun, so let's try
I was going to
that.
say, you'll need to swap with Quintus, I guess, won't you? You'll need to do a swap because in turn you'll be attacking first. Is what I mean. Let's do a polygon reveal. There we go. Yeah, you see a passage heading off this way. There is a dim torch in a cresset in the bottom here, like back from the ladder, so it wasn't actually casting loads of light. You can actually see it's much better lit above because whatever moonlight there is obviously backlighting the top of the thing, the top of the shaft. So yeah, you may want to consider light because there's not very much light here.
I have a fun plan that I'm going to try. I am going to try to rush in and use the hypnotism spell.
Okay. What's the range of hypnotism?
Range is 5 yards, so I've got to be literally rushing in right in front of them.
Right.
Those who are exceptionally wary or hostile save with +1 to +3 bonuses, but he does get a -2 penalty if I'm casting it in an individual creature that meets the caster's gaze. I don't know if I can manage this or not, but it's probably better than daggering him.
Yeah, as in you're essentially trying to charm person him, isn't it? So 5 yards means 15 feet, so it's 3 squares. You can do it from where you are now, equivalent. But obviously, you might find it harder to catch his gaze.
That says yards, not feet. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna.
No, so yards. Sorry, yards is what it is, but you're indoors, so measurements are in feet. Yards outside, feet inside.
I'm just used to all of the spells being written in feet. I hadn't even looked at the unit of measurement next to the 5. Because I'm probably explaining the spell badly, so I'm just going to actually post the written rules in chat as well.
Yeah. A brief and reasonable sounding request.
Yeah.
You must give the request after the hypnotism spell is cast.
I mean, I would probably go with, just, you're
Surrender or
outnumbered, you should
die.
probably surrender.
Yeah.
You really shouldn't
that
be
is going to
fighting
be
this.
casting time 1.
Casting time 1.
Yeah. Toxic Ashur. Okay, Quintus and Quent, are you attacking? What's the plan?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm planning to attack, yeah.
Are you wanting to condition that on the hypnotism or not? Because the hypnotism will go before you.
Yeah. If he's hypnotized, I won't hit him.
It'll only last for 3 rounds, so I would suggest tying his hands quickly if it works.
Is this hypnotism? Is it some filthy defiler magic?
Don't be ridiculous. It's street magic. It's street performance.
It
He's
does not
just
have
persuading
a material
him.
component. No, it does have a somatic component. Yeah. Are you gonna be using somatic concealment as part of this?
God, yes.
Yeah. Relevant, yeah. Quintus Mace 7. Adriad.
How much of a risk is he at if he got hit by, for instance, a magic missile of dropping dead? If they're doing 1d4 plus 1, what do we reckon?
I think you'd probably
7 killed
be
the other
unlikely.
one.
Yeah, 7 killed the other one, but I'd be surprised if 5 would kill this one, and you'd have to roll very high.
That's up to 5.
And if you
Five,
did
that's-
kill him, it would not be the worst thing.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, we don't really need him alive. It would just be helpful.
Okay, let's magic missile him.
Okay. In that case, Tom, your initiative. Beat my 7. The guy is like grabbing a short sword while trying to fighting defense his way down this passage. Remember that, as I say, the light is about to kind of run out. Ashur is fine with that, but the rest of you cannot see in the dark. Oh no, Kent can.
Kent can.
Yeah. So in that case, it is going to be the hypnotism and the magic missile first. So you might as well roll your magic missile. So remember, magic missile does.
So they hit instantly, don't they?
Yeah, they hit automatically. So you have you're 3rd level, aren't you? You're a 3rd level
Yeah.
preserver. So you have 2. You have 2 missiles. You do not have to fire them at the same target. You can fire them one at a time.
I feel like this is going to be harder to explain than hypnotism.
Oh, I have
Well-
I have somatic concealment and psionic mimicry as well.
Of course.
Yeah. Oh, to pretend it's a sonic power, man. Good to know. Yeah, you're gonna make. So at the same time you're firing, you both need to roll somatic concealment if you are hiding somatic components.
Yeah, that's a D20. Right? I know the rules.
Yeah, D20 rolls. Yeah, because these are.
Okay. Roll under, right? Please tell me roll under.
Yes,
So-
it's roll under.
Roll under dex minus 1, which I just get away with.
Yeah, I'm fine.
I feel like you have better. You have better than Dex 4, surely.
My dex is 5.
Wow.
How did you get 5? Hang on, that should be impossible with the Dark Zone rolling system. It's 44
Is it?
plus 4.
How do you even walk around?
Oh, I guess if you went with the class that had lower decks.
What are you? What species are you?
The clumsiest
Human.
man around.
It's
We'll
quite
figure it
possible
out
I've made an
later.
error, but yeah.
I mean, 4d4 plus 4. He could have rolled 4 ones.
And that would have been, yeah, but plus 4, that
That
would
would
bring
get
him to
5.
8, yeah.
Oh,
Okay, right. Or maybe my maths wasn't there, and it's been a long day. Shut up.
Jay,
Okay.
Anyway.
I'll
Jay, I
review that
guess you
later
can also do a
anyway.
sonic
Is it
mimicry if
easy?
you want. Yeah, you're gonna pretend it's a sonic power. He's just doing this Hadouken thing where he's pretending to be like a psionic monk. Yeah, do your sonic mimicry then. It's another D20.
Cool. Int -2, that's going to be an easy one.
Yeah, that passes. Quintus, so you hear Ashur speaking in a really reasonable tone and putting his hands up in a really kind of peaceful gesture, and Adriad kind of is gripping his brain, saying, "The power of my mind," a bolt fires from his head.
All very reasonable.
Yeah. Let's just we'll so he's going to be at a +3 to his save, this guy. So the hypnotism, I guess you're like, surrender. So so you need to surrender now, and the guy's like, oh yeah, maybe. And then these 2 bolts of magic missile just like smash him in the head and chest, and he like just explodes backwards.
Whoops.
Yeah, I'm just going to yell back. I had it under control.
It's very difficult to tell in the heat of the moment.
Oh well, I'm going to start going through his pockets.
Yeah. Seems completely reasonable. Yeah, I was going to say he'll have a few coins, certainly,
Right.
things like that. You can grab out, just some small ceramics.
A number, or should I just put some?
I will need to check, but yes, you can
Okay.
loot both their corpses for a number of coins.
Well,
They also have bone-tipped arrows and they've got short bows with bone-tipped arrows.
I think you'll find that I'm right in front of this guy right now, so his coin purse is going in my pocket.
I will take a couple of the arrows.
Someone should dibs the other guy's wallet.
Take it if you're in the
You're really
business
going
of
to make me
tallying.
rob both of them.
Yeah, if you're in the business of tallying it, I think you should do.
Nassir is like, oh look, if no one else wants to take the money, the humble Nassir, will assist you.
I'll make sure that most of it gets back to party funds. Unless there's something really cool I want to buy for my pet beetle.
Yeah, your haram.
Heartbeat.
Haram.
Right. So, and probably not interrogating this guy for directions.
No, but he did run down this passageway, so I'd say that's a good place to start.
Ashur, make sure that you're tracking that small coinage for taxation purposes for the end of the year.
Don't think I've heard that. I don't speak Tyrian, sorry. Je ne comprends pas.
I'll make sure that you have the proper forms.
Just imagine what the France of Dark Sun would be like.
Do you will.
What hell?
Don't worry, all 3
Is-
of the
is
coins
the
that I
first
found
page-
in these pairs will be properly taxed.
Yeah, I will tally them up. All 3 ceramic bits I found will be fine. Okay. You don't have light, remember. There is like a single dull torch in a cresset. Otherwise, it's fairly dark down here. Like it's not full dark in the cabin. But yeah.
Somebody want to strike a light then? I think that'll be fairly safe. Like
Who has torches? Who has? Yeah.
I've got torches. I can take one. And it gives me an excuse to use burning hands again if it comes to it.
Nice.
So, yep, I've got a torch.
The one of I'm like out of shadow form now, so if anyone who's sneaky wants to try and sneak down this passage,
I would, but I've got the torch. You can't have both.
who's the other person who can see in the dark? Are they a thief?
Nassir is our other
Kent and
person
Ashur
with
are-
thief skills.
Oh,
Yeah,
well then
Nassir's
give me
useless, so I can't stay in the dark anyway.
well give me the torch then, Ashur, and you sneak.
Sure, I don't mind volunteering for this. Wonderful. I love sneaking down dark hallways in dangerous, thief-filled pits. It is
Only
my
thief
jam.
Phil because you're here.
Yeah, there are at least 2
I'm a
thieves here.
law-abiding citizen.
You and Nassir. Yep. Great. So,
Yeah.
Kent,
I'll
you're on
sneak
the
ahead.
flame. Which way are you going?
I was going to suggest we spec out southeast. That's the way the guy ran. And I would
Yeah.
assume he was going to run and try and tell the others.
It would seem logical,
Yeah, that seems the most likely bet.
even though it's not towards the well.
Yeah. But we can just stay here anyway, like at the 3 crossroads in case they come back.
Yeah. I can scout ahead by myself. If I
So,
start screaming, run fast.
Absolutely.
Towards him.
Wow.
Okay, FYI, my first
Find out later.
response to danger may well be surrendering. Just throwing it out there.
So, Ashur, you head down a passage for a while and come to where I've stopped you, a large set, a very large set. This is, I mean, as you can see, it's like 80 feet, is that or something? I don't know. I'm going to check now. But yeah, you come a decent distance round the corner. It's not insanely far away, but you spend a turn walking down there carefully, trying to be sneaky. And you find there are, in front of you, 2 10-foot tall doors that are shut, set into this stone. Like, so there's there is a stone frame around them, and then these 2 great, these great metal doors.
Metal doors?
They're metal doors, yeah.
I mean, first question, are they locked?
They are shut. They don't seem to have a lock mechanism on them, as in they don't have a lock you put a key into. Looking around, you can see that there are, looking at it, you can see a variety of decorations in cobalt kind of coloured. I don't know if anyone's ever seen cobalt, the mineral, the metal, but you can see like bright blue coloured illustrations on this big gate.
If I whistle, is it more likely to carry back down the hallway or be heard through the doors?
You'd think down the hallway. The hallway curves a little bit, but as in, yeah, Kent with the torch particularly. I mean, Kent even his dark vision wouldn't reach you, but the whistle would. But it's fairly straight.
I'm going to give a little whistle.
Beej, do you want to roll an encounter check while you're hanging around? You are hanging around in caves, after all. It is going to be a... What's the encounter check on this? It's a D6. Roll a D6 encounter check. Great.
Dose.
Yeah, all quiet up there. Nope. So, yeah. You hear a whistle. The Hunger Games whistle, obviously.
Before I act on that, can I just like step to the entrance of each of these passages and have a look down them and just see if I see anything? Obvious.
I mean, you could have probably done that while I was heading down.
Well, that's what I mean. That's what slight retcon that I was doing that in the meantime.
It's only a retcon if you acknowledge it.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's totally what was happening the whole time.
Yeah, I was always planning to do this. You can have a quick glance. Remember, this is 1 turn out of 6 on your torch. Make sure to track that.
Yeah.
As you're carrying the torch at the moment.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Looking down the other 2, the westernish one is sorry, I'm just trying to get back to the screen so you can see. I won't reveal too much. It doesn't matter immediately. It goes beyond your torchlight, as in it goes beyond 4 squares or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But you can see that just heads down relatively wide, down towards something. It seems like these passages. It's not clear as you look. You're not clear if they're worked or not, but they are reasonably comfortably sized. On the northern side, the northwestern side, it's a bit lower. The humans would need to stoop. You would not need to. Ashur might not need to, but just again seems like a fairly wide but a little lower passage.
And I don't see any light at the end of either of those passages.
No, you do not.
Okay. I guess we could join Ashur, but it might be worth somebody staying here and standing guard. And actually, I think Kent will volunteer to do that because he can see in the dark, so he can hand the torch to somebody else. You guys can go look at the door, and if something happens, you can signal. But then Kent can sort of camp out here, and if they start coming back, then I can signal you guys.
Okay, that makes sense, I think. Yeah.
Okay. Jay, do you want to roll an encounter check then, as you abandon Kent on guard?
D6.
Yeah, D6. Yeah. Obviously, move your pawns as you want. You can 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 11. Yeah, you'll get into this middle passage first, and then it'll take it technically another turn. Another round, not a turn, to go further. Who's holding the torch? Nassir, shield bearer, Adriad, Quintus. Quintus is apparently just not leaving. He's like, no, don't want to go there.
I guess we can give it to the shield bearer.
I mean, I'm happy to take it again if you're going
so yeah, you get
back, but...
Yeah, you'll get down to where he is, I guess. Yeah, Adriad, Nassir, and the shield bearer. So I guess, Adriad, you're the relevant person here. You come and see these big double metal doors inscribed, painted with patterns in a bright blue. Uh, 10-foot tall, shut.
Yeah. I'm just going to come out and say, they look heavy. I'm not opening those. Even aside from the fact I don't want to try pushing on them, I'm probably not going to be able to. If only we had some big, strong Templar here to help us out.
We can't all live forever.
I
I'll open
wasn't-
the doors.
What? Okay.
Or the thingamabobber. I'll be big and strong.
So, yeah, sorry. Adriad, did you have any thoughts?
I'm wondering whether to cast attack magic on it or not.
Fair question.
Oh yeah, go on then.
Do you want to?
Yeah,
Yep.
I'll claim.
It is magical.
Oh,
Yep, it's magical. Yeah.
to the group, I suppose I claim. This door is fascinating archaeological significance. Excuse me whilst I inspect it more closely, and say, in fact, this reminds me very much of the ancient culture of whatever that had a history of enchanting their doors. It could well be. Do I know what kind of magic it is?
Yeah, it's evocation. Evocation.
I say there's a strong chance this door is trapped.
Yeah, that's the evocation is bad news bears. Could throw something at it. I'd round the corner and throw something at it.
But yeah, Jay, you'll need to roll somatic concealment if you want to stop Quintus, who has come up and is about to push it. If you want to stop him seeing.
That's a fail.
Oh yeah. So Quintus, I don't know if you noticed this, given you're looking at the door, but whilst he's saying this, he's like rapidly moving his hands around.
I wonder.
He's saying very plausible things. He sounds like he knows what he's talking about, you know.
But we all know about the ancient culture of whatever.
Yeah. Oh, he'll probably say something like, it looks like a blue age, you know, like some kind of blue or early green age kind of, art style or something. I guess Ashur actually has seen Ashur. The weird thing is Ashur might be like, yeah, actually it does, because we've seen like some kind of depictions of the old world and the kind of art style. So it's a bit like
Yeah.
the place up in what's it? In
I mean, he sounds like he knows what he's talking about.
Yeah.
So is there an obvious, like, it's very clearly a door. There's like a handle. We can just like open it, or does it look like it has to be pushed in?
There are no handles. It looks like it. Yeah, you'd think it has to be pushed in. It's set inside the frame. It doesn't have handles. So
If you're going to try and push it, even so, I'm just going to maybe step back a bit.
If only we had a 10-foot pole.
I'm just going to hang around back here.
So yeah. What are you gonna do? Yeah.
Hilariously, Nassir does have a crowbar, I've discovered, after looking at Alex's character sheet.
Yeah.
So we could have just
Great.
used
I
the
think that
crowbar
would
the
be
whole
his
time.
shopping list from last time.
Yeah.
What was I going to say? Adriad has told you it's got evocation magic on it.
I'm backing off. I can't do anything about it having evocation magic. I mean, I could hurl a rock at it and see if the rock explodes.
That would be my suggestion.
It was your suggestion. That's why I thought of it.
Although Kent's at the edge of the corridor, so you probably disregard whatever I say.
It also seems like that would very much alert whoever's on the other side of the door, whether it goes off or not.
Yeah,
It's
but
like a
so
big
would us
bag.
pushing it and being burnt to a
I
crisp.
mean, you
so...
turning into an elated corpse would also alert them.
Well, but then I wouldn't care at that point, would I? I would no longer care what happens.
You'd be too busy screaming and screaming
I mean,
and dying and screaming and
I
dying.
mean, you Beej would be alive. I feel like it's necessary to say you, the player, would still be alive. It's not. Do you think you actually die if you die in the game?
You're destroying
Is that
my
what
immersion.
happened? I guess Beej has never died, actually, in real life or in Dark Sun.
Well, you don't know if I might have died in real life. Who knows? Because you don't know.
Yeah. Like
I am
like
risen
Buffy the
again.
Vampire Slayer,
Yeah, I just feel like we need something that can push this thing open from a distance, but we don't have it. Here's what I'll say. Why not use it? I've got this thing. If I don't use it now, it'll just never get used.
A shield.
I am going to cast augury.
Ah.
That's
Yep.
a reasonable use of it,
Nice.
to be honest.
Nice.
And I want to know that if I
Nice.
burst through this door, what's the probable outcome?
Yeah, it augury gives you like positive, negative,
Yeah.
like
Yeah, exactly.
mix. Is
Yeah,
that
good or
right?
bad. Yep, good, bad, or
Yeah.
or it says here wheel, woe, or possibly a cryptic puzzle or rhyme. So quick, Owen, come up with a cryptic puzzle for me.
He's done it before.
Tom Bombadil's a merry fellow. Bright blue his jacket is, and his boots are yellow.
Boots are yellow. Yeah.
It does say there's it
Um,
does say there's a chance here, so this is not guaranteed. The base chance of receiving a meaningful reply is 70% plus 1% for each level of the priest. So I'm 4th, so 74% chance. And I guess you'd roll that and then
Mhm.
tell me.
And otherwise, is it
whatever you
random?
want.
Otherwise, is it random? Otherwise,
The base chance of receiving a meaningful reply. So I guess it would just be a non-meaningful
unmeaningful.
reply.
Otherwise,
Yeah.
Yep. So
I
you
guess
can,
that's
you
the
can kind of
cryptic-
feel the. Like you can feel yourself tapping, because remember, when you think about who you're praying to a person who lives is currently about 1.5 miles away or 2 miles away or something. So
Yeah.
and it's just hanging out on a hill. And so there's this. Yeah, you're essentially just trying to like tap the edge of the vast magic field associated with Andropolis, you are not able to get anything meaningful back. You're like, maybe it's because you're underground. It might be the interference. It might also be the fact you're right next to something magical. You don't know.
Yeah.
Or Andropolis is just taking a nap or something at this point.
Or he's like,
Yeah.
get away from my door.
He doesn't actually have to. Thankfully, he doesn't have to be awake or actually personally answer. It's more that you're just like, essentially, you just get to go and like hide under his magic skirts, and get a bit of, share his puissance.
I assumed he was
Yeah, I
just
should've-
screening his calls.
I should have prepared resist fire, because I'm just going to guess that this is a fire trap. For no reason, I'm guessing that, but If I had that,
Cobalt is blue, isn't it? I would guess ice.
I mean, sometimes cobalt is just pretty rather than.
well, I have no way of
Yeah,
suppressing magic, and
How to?
we have no way of. I mean, I doubt that tossing a rock at it will set it off. I think it probably has to be open to actually set it off, and I don't know how to open this from a distance.
I've got a javelin or something.
Slaves.
Get the shield bearer to open it.
I say, I'll be right back. I'm going to go topside. I'm going to grab a random person from the street and press them into service.
What about the shield bearer? Well, he's
I
a
have
random
power.
person from the street we've pressed into
You're allowed
service.
to.
Yeah, it was kind of funny. Like, we're sitting here talking about this door. We're clearly very nervous about it, and then we all turn to the shield bearer and go, you open it. That's not going to be obvious.
Well, he's got a javelin, so he can do it
Yeah,
from
I think
range.
I mean, he's happy to throw a javelin, just like as long as he's hiding with the rest of you. He's not about to be convinced to go and push it open or anything.
What if he crouches
Given that
behind
you're
a shield
like,
and
we don't want
pokes
to
it
push
open?
I feel like we're dismissing
I mean,
the slavery idea too quickly here.
Why don't you
Which-
hypnotize him?
That sounds bad.
All right.
I
Andrew's
don't
like, just
really
to be
think you
clear,
can
I,
misuse
Andrew, do not
slavery.
personally-
I think it inherently is misuse.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
look, here, while everyone's bickering about it, I'm going to ask. I'm gonna take the javelin from our shield bearer. I'll stand as far back as possible, and I'll push the door open.
Get ready to yeet
Sometimes you just
yourself
have to
backwards.
lead by example.
Okay,
and just,
everyone else hide around the corner.
Mhm.
well, before I
Yeah.
turn around, and go, don't hide too far away because who knows what's up the other side.
I take another step back.
Not too far.
Great.
Kent is unaware of any of this.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, Kent is just. This has probably been 2 turns, by the way, Kent. If you think about, there had to be a detect magic turn, and then there's been a debate turn. So 2 more rounds on your thing. In that case, Kent,
Well, I
could you
don't
roll
have the
2
torch,
more
they have the
encounter checks?
torch,
You might as
yeah.
well do both because you're.
I'll keep track.
Oh
of it.
yeah, no,
I'll
no,
keep track
sure.
of it, yeah.
Whoever has the torch, I guess, the shield bearer. Yeah.
sure.
But Kent, could you roll 2 more because you are on the open end of the dungeon?
2 encounter checks.
2d6. Yep, 2 encounter checks.
5 and a 6.
Yep, no, all quiet on the western front. Okay, Quintus, you do this. Please make a save against wands. Due to the fact that you've got the javelin out, you can have a +2 to your save versus wands.
Got 13. My magic number is.
You're a priest, so that you might actually have a.
Oh, it is
you might have a
13.
great save.
I matched it exactly.
Oof. Oof.
Does that mean you succeed?
Okay.
I think so.
Right. Yes.
Ooh.
So what happens as you do this? The dragon of Tyr appears. But because you
God,
say
this
versus
dragon,
wands,
he's everywhere.
yeah. Okay. So, a slight kind of fizzly bolt of lightning kind of reaches out towards you, strikes you, but you dive away and only take half damage. You take 6 lightning damage.
Wow, that could have been a lot worse, actually. 5d6. Dear God.
I rolled filth. But yeah, it kind of fizzles. It doesn't feel like. Yeah, it doesn't feel like. Probably that was like you almost feel like it's an air of disappointment in the air as you push, and there's they begin to creak. These gates begin to creak open.
If I knew anything about magic, I would assume that those wards were pretty terrible.
I'll gesture for the torch to come forward as I push the door open more swiftly with my grabbing. Yeah, I wanna.
Is anyone gonna call Kent, or shall I just stay guarding? I mean, I guess you can see what's beyond the door.
I could whistle
How far
slightly
back is
louder, but the door's open now. Actually, let's not whistle slightly louder.
Yeah.
Yeah, inside there is just a largely empty chamber in terms, but there's not much in it. It is worked stone. The whole thing is worked stone. Above and below you, very neat, close-fitting stone. It is not the local stone, as in it's not just kind of like random field rock or anything. In large bits of black basalt fitted together. In the middle, there is a dais, and on the dais is an archway. You can see through the archway.
Oh fuck! All right, I will give the shield bearer his javelin back and take out my mace now, since there's no one immediately. On
The javelin has been evaporated. Okay, okay. Let's make an item saving throw. No, there's no javelin anymore.
I hand back the stump. Yeah, the stump of
of
the javelin. Here you go.
Yep. Enjoy. Yep. Anyone else going into the room with Quintus?
Well, I would like to examine this archway closer.
Yeah, I say, Adriad.
Somebody distract Quintus while I do. Somebody distract Quintus. Somebody distract Quintus while I examine the archway.
Well,
okay. Yeah, Quintus and Ashur are both talking. Yeah, Adriad. What are you going to do, Adriad?
How many rounds has it been since I started casting detect magic?
I mean, it's been a turn, so probably like 10 at least. So I assume it's dropped.
Okay, yeah.
So
Duration
is it
2
1
rounds.
One per level. Yeah.
I will probably distract myself. Don't worry, because if we walk in this room and I see no exits, I'm going to start looking for an exit. Because it makes no sense. There must be like a hidden door somewhere.
I'm just going to cast detect magic and hope that I pass the somatic concealment thingy.
Somatic concealment. Yeah, that's fine.
Good news, I passed the somatic concealment thingy.
With flying code.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean, this is my specialty. I'm really good at pretending to not be a wizard. I'm just not good at anything else.
Yeah, the aristocrat with accidentally having ended up with a dex of 5 is less good at this. Yeah, so great. No, that's fine. Yes, it appears to be magical. Its magic is going to be. Let's go and find out.
Yeah, looks early blue period. Maybe made by the.
Yeah, pretty. I'd say it's pretty similar in terms of the design. You know, like the artistry on it. It's not painted, but the kind of the flowing designs are pretty similar to the one outside. So, for what it's worth, it may well be.
I mean, Ashur knows nothing about history, so his description's probably going to be less accurate.
Yeah. Than Adriad's. Alteration.
Interesting.
Well, it's very pretty, as you can see, so clearly.
Yeah. These look like the kind of gateways that some of the ancient blue period inhabitants of this region used to alter stuff.
I agree.
To change. Yeah.
They could manipulate
How
matter itself using gateways such as this.
I want to ask for the stump of the javelin back. And I'm going to toss
evil defiler magic.
Toss it through the gateway.
Yep, nothing happens. As in, you successfully toss it through the gateway. It just
goes
goes through classes on the other side.
Open sesame? No? Okay.
Oh yeah, can I search the walls? I'm going to search the walls for... They've already done one concealed passage trick on us.
Mm.
We also don't know if they went this way, though. I mean...
Yeah, he might have just retreated down
in the direction that he happened to be nearest to, yeah.
But this looks neat, and I'm easily distracted, so...
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, Kent's standing guard the other end, that's fine.
Andrew, do you want to roll a random encounter? Check a random encounter, D6.
5.
5, yeah, that's fine. You can continue to inspect things. I guess from what you're saying, Adriad has come forward too as well, Jay? I see.
Yeah.
I'm just going to whisper alteration magic to him, and then just continue just sort of talking loudly as if nothing happened.
Yep. I mean, the walls inspection, they're very plain. the only kind of decorations here are on the dais and arch. The walls. I mean, I would say that presumably there is cave behind these blocks, but these are very large blocks, closely built together, including in a roof. Like as in there's a slightly arched roof, presumably held by a cornerstone or something, which is pretty elaborate construction.
Is it dusty in here?
There is a bit of dust. Not really next to the doorway, but everywhere else there's a bit of dust, yeah.
Any clear signs that other people have been here before us?
If someone has tracking, they can always have a look at the ground. But no very obvious signs.
I don't think I do. I do not.
Nothing obvious on inside the room.
Could I have local history? Could I use that to know if gates like this have been found around the city before? Is this something that has precedence?
Yeah. Feel free, yeah.
What is this against? Intelligence? No, wait. Charisma. Is that right?
I'm assuming it's like as the word on the street type thing is, if it's charisma.
Yeah, it's that kind of thing. Yeah, that's why it's charisma.
All right. That might not be it. I do have a high charisma though.
Not that high.
Not that high. Not that high.
Yeah, no. You think about it. I don't think you've ever heard of anything like this. You were aware. I think you would be aware. This is not like a thing you need to test. Oh yeah, of course there are some caverns and passages under the city, sometimes used by rogues, but you weren't particularly aware of any complex close to the longshore.
And this is something that has to be reported to some authorities within the
yes,
within my group.
Yeah, you assume
this looks interesting. Yeah.
Be sure to put in a good word about the concerned citizens that helped find it.
Well, interestingly enough, like the reason why I joined the group was to observe and partake in this archaeology stuff, and here we are sort of doing it right here in the city. We haven't even left yet, and we're already sort of uncovering old secrets.
And you were worried that this wouldn't help you get archaeology done. You should just learn to trust me more. Yeah, exactly.
I know. I should trust you, Ashur. Obviously, you know what you're talking about.
Yeah, speaking of knowing what I'm talking about, Adriad, do you have any idea what this gate is? Even slightly.
Do you have any proficiencies, Adriad, that might be helpful here?
Yeah, I have ancient history. I have local history.
Yeah. Feel free to roll both.
Yeah, I'll try. So I'll try intelligence -1, so that's going to pass on ancient history.
Yep. So certainly looking at it closely, you're inspecting it now, I guess. It is, again, strikes you as late Blue Age, early Green Age in nature. And you're familiar with depictions of these in old books that you're not entirely meant to read, but which kind of, aristocratic families sometimes have access to. Old things that are otherwise not available to the general public. And yeah, certainly the idea that you've seen a map, you've seen a depiction of a map with many gateways all across the tier region and beyond. Actually, you'll be familiar with areas beyond the tier region just from seeing a few very ancient maps. These are maps, by the way, with seas on them, and everything's depicted. There's trees everywhere and stuff. But yeah, unless you have the languages involved, you wouldn't necessarily know. But you're kind of like, yeah, there's obviously something where there's a number of these crossing the region. Looking at the art on it, your assumption is that the kind of patterns are probably some sort of pictograms, or like not necessarily a language, but potentially instructions or code, or like a riddle, whatever it might be.
Like a Stargate symbol?
Yeah. You see a picture of Tilk from Stargate SG-1.
You have to enter in the right sequence of symbols to go somewhere.
And what do the symbols look like? Would probably be a good starting point then.
I didn't actually note down how this proficiency works. I do have ancient languages, although I haven't. I'm not sure if you
no.
have to choose which ones you are familiar with.
Yeah, ancient and modern languages, you pick a particular one. I guess for archaeology, because I think someone else, I feel like Sadira had Gnomish or something as well, didn't she? I feel like one other character had ancient
My
languages.
old Templar did
Or-
before she died horribly.
Yeah, deservedly. So, no.
I mean, yeah,
whoever
she
has
was a
the
monster.
ladder to see a character die. Yeah.
It just got
great.
worse the more random stuff I rolled for, and just now she's now she's proficient in torture. Wonderful.
My wild talent is being evil. Yeah, great. So, I mean, yeah, in terms of ancient languages, there's two types. There's sort of, if you like, there's Proto-Tyrian, just the general human language of the region. That would be an obvious one. There are things like, in terms of ancient languages, are generally extinct languages like Orc or Gnomish or things like that of these legendary races. There might also be, like, I guess, Proto-Tyrian would cross over as a kind of associated proficiency with other ancient languages of other races that still survive, particularly the halflings. So it depends whether you want dead language,
Yeah,
like,
I think
like of an extinct species, or if you want the regional, like the old German equivalent or something.
yeah, I think that would be more appropriate to Adriad's interests.
Yeah, because I think Maeve had like Gnomish, didn't she? As in, she was like, I know about like people that mysteriously disappeared, and we don't need to talk about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, great. So make your it does. You don't think it's Proto-Tyrian itself, but yeah, it's got some shared pictograms. What's ancient languages?
Intelligence.
Proficiency score.
That's going to pass.
Yeah, great. So that would be a pass. Yeah, so you can't decode it fully, but yes, it certainly seems to be you'd think of it as having ritual elements, like it's a ritual incantation, not necessarily in terms of doing magic, but in terms of it's saying to do, you're that you think you get the stem verb of to do, like you to do this.
To start, press any key.
Yeah, it says that you'd need that the willing donation of blood of a member of the true folk to activate it. So
okay, I'll relay that to
that's
the
what you
group.
think you gather from it. Now you don't know enough about the language to know what these things are or whether what amount of blood. Like you can't work out. It's just like true folk give blood. Open is the kind of thing you're getting. Tom, do you want to roll an encounter check whilst Adriad is this?
It's closed right now, and a donation, but we see no sign of blood anywhere.
That was a 2, Owen.
So where does it get donated to?
2, great. Yeah, that's fine.
It drinks it up.
If we don't see any blood or anything on the floor around us, does that maybe not imply that the gate hasn't been used recently? I'm assuming it's a gate. It could be anything.
Is there any like blood or blood stains anywhere?
Not obviously, no.
Because my thought is, if they did use this, then we could like just wait and ambush them for when they come back.
Well, that's why.
But maybe they went down the other passageway. So it's like I want to clear the other passageway, but I also don't want to leave this room for them to like sneak out again.
Well, we can just leave. I mean, that's why I'm stood guard at the crossroads. We can just do the same thing with each of the passages.
So, I mean, I'm very happy to say that half elves probably aren't the true folk of any ancient civilization, which means I can't donate my blood to make this work.
I mean, my guess, which is meta, would be that it's halfling.
It also has to be willing, and if you don't want to give it, it wouldn't work, right?
True, but that's a hurdle we don't have to deal with. I can just claim that I would have totally given my blood if I thought it would work. Obviously, I would love to, bleed myself in front of this ancient device, but it's not going to happen.
Well, my biggest concern from a concerned member of the...
Are you maybe worried that this looks a lot like a blood sacrifice to some sort of ancient rite?
No, I'm mostly concerned about the idea that there is a mechanism for getting inside the city from somewhere else. Like that seems like a pretty poor security for our security here.
And we don't know it's teleportation. It's just probably teleportation.
Well, I mean, it's a gateway. I don't know what else it could be, unless you step through it and you just go to the other side and are altered in some way.
I mean, it could literally be like a secret, like a gateway to a storeroom or something.
A genitalia swapping gateway or something.
I was thinking, like, change your hair color, come out the other side.
Oh,
it could be the portal version of a girdle of what's it called? The girdle of gender exchange, or whatever.
Yeah, the one in Baldur's Gate. Yeah.
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 So let's clear the other passageways to make sure there's nothing sneaking around behind us.
Yeah.
I think that's a good plan. I guess this torch is dead now, so we strike another one.
Yep. Yeah. Someone strike a torch off their list.
I've got an extra torch, so I'll...
Okay.
You have halflings. To be fair, you have halflings training in the city, so you can always go and bleed them.
I have another character who is a halfling.
Additional question. Did we get a good look at the people in the shack, the people sneaking around? Oh, the people who even planned
superbly.
I mean, the people we fought earlier, even.
Not certainly not anyone sneaking around. The people you saw earlier, they look like a couple of bravos, bodyguards for hire, wearing studded leather. One of them is not wearing much studded leather because Adriad blew his chest out.
I was just wondering, were they human? I'm assuming
they're human, yeah.
Okay. So
you don't think you've seen anyone very obviously non-human? No one very big, no one very small. The hooded figure may have been. The others could have been if they were well disguised, but they looked human from.
Okay.
From a distance.
I mean, I'm guessing that they might not have used this gate, and he just picked a direction to retreat out.
That's what I would guess. Yeah.
Okay.
I wonder if he'd have just run straight into that door, got hit by a lightning bolt, and solved our problem.
That's an interesting point. I feel like he was trying to escape, but I don't know.
I think if you think of where we came at him from, like he definitely couldn't have got to the northwest passage, and he might have just thought, I'm not, just started running in panic. But yeah. All right, which one are we doing, northwest or southwest first?
Northwest might be taking us in the direction of the well.
Yeah, let's find out. Quent will just stand guard again. I know it's boring, but he can't sneak and he can see in the dark, so
that's fine. Oh, good! I can sneak and see in the dark.
See in the dark. Yep. Okay, Andrew, roll an encounter check as you trundle along, I guess.
Yes.
If that's what you...
A 4. Yeah, given that I'm being volunteered for all of these dark passageways and dangerous locales, there's a chance that I might help myself to some payment if I do find this cash.
I think that's completely
That
legit.
seems reasonable. Yeah, you are. Yeah, it's low. You are not completely cramped by it because I think half-elves are obviously smaller than humans, aren't they? Generally. But yeah, you come along to a kind of round, low cavern. Quite quiet in here. Maybe there's a degree of moisture here.
Oh.
There's no standing water, but there's a degree of moisture here.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, Jay, do you want to roll your group's encounter check because you are somewhere else? Yeah. Cool. Okay.
That more passageway here?
Yeah, that is more passageway to the north.
Big money time. I'm gonna keep going.
So Ashur,
yeah.
Show me the money. Okay. So you
always bet on black.
Yeah, always bet on Fog of War. Great. Yeah, so you come up to what is opening out. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 30, so you're going to be able to see to like I'm sort of guessing here, obviously for your exact dark vision, but it's not going to matter. Hopefully, because I haven't super decorated these things. Yeah, you can hear water, and you can see into this thing. What you can see is that there are some with your dark vision. You can see some boxes and a table ahead of you, and then the room seems to go further back.
Indication. Let's have a look at these boxes. Wait, can I see any lights in the room?
No, you cannot.
Let's have a look at
Do you want to roll an encounter check? You roll an encounter check, and Beej, do you want to roll an encounter check? We'll finish in a moment, I think. But yeah, nothing up the north. Beej, you roll for the south.
So many fools. Ruh-roh.
What?
Ah, there we are.
There it is.
So there it is. Okay. Could you roll another d6?
I'm going to get back with my loot and find all the rest of the party dead, aren't I?
Oh well. It happened.
They're all dead. Okay. So you guys hear from the Western Passage, like the big group hears from the Western Passage, kind of someone sort of complain, some kind of mumble like "oh," and then yeah, you hear some other noises and voices down to the southwest. And Ashur, it's not going to show you too much as I polygon reveal because they're haven't fully decorated all the cells and stuff, but I will do this because this means that you both know what's happening. You can see as you step in, there is like of all things, there is a 4-poster bed with a canopy. There are rugs, and over to the western side of the room, there is a pool of water. There is no light coming from above or anything, but there is a pool of water there, and there is and there are some chests.
Ashur was feeling very smug that he could have just climbed down the well and avoided all this.
Well, there's no. Well, I guess it's dark outside.
Well,
but,
you haven't found an obvious route up from here. Cool. That seems like a good place to leave it.
Yeah.
With Ashur potentially about to abandon you all, having looted this place, or it turns out it's a gigantic mimic, or you guys all die. I don't know. But yes. What I'll give you guys a reaction so we can actually deploy you. What do you want to do? You hear those noises from the southwest.
I guess we spread into the passages and get ready to jump out at them. Really. They're likely to be wary anyway because they might notice that the guards aren't there. But I think that's better than us just standing up here doing nothing. Unless we want to just like rush down the passage at them, try and scare them.
Yeah.
No, let's wait. Let's do that. Let's try and ambush them.
Yeah, cool.
Okay. In that case, if you three, Adriad, Beej, and Adriad, Quintus, and Kent, want to deploy yourself.
Yeah, Kent will go there. You can be in front.
Approximately there's okay.
Yeah, I've checked some of that, Andrew, with your Discord message. Yeah, Quintus, if you deploy yourself, and then yeah, I guess we'll start next time with Ashur exploring this room. Yeah, I might draw some objects on or drop some objects on or something just to make it clearer. I don't think I'll go back to dungeon draft to bother with it. But yeah, and where do you want the shield bearer with you, Quintus, or where?
Sure, he can go on my side.
And Nassir, I guess, because there's more space, will go behind you guys. Cool. Okay. Good session, guys. Thanks for that. Thanks for people tuning in. And we'll be on. We need to actually decide some August dates because we haven't. We need to work that out. But next week or the week after, anyway. Yeah, I'm going to end the stream.
Cool.
Bye. I
Bye.
don't know why I'm
Bye.
waving.
Good night.
Yeah, good.